When a film you are already interested in gets a lot of positive buzz and reviews, it's hard not to get your hopes up. It's especially true when that film is a comedy, coming out at a time when so few comedies release in theaters. The Invite is directed by Olivia Wilde, and it sees Angela and Joe invite over the neighbors from upstairs for a dinner party. Joe and Angela are clearly struggling in their relationship, and that's only reflected more once their neighbors Hawk and Pina come over and seem to be very happy together. The night escalates as more is revealed about the nature of the couples and the reason they are coming together. To put it plain and simply, I totally adore this movie. It's got so much wit and heart, and I was in hysterics the whole time I watched it. That's true as well, that's not just something I'm saying. I legitimately was laughing the entire time. It was refreshing to see a well-made comedy in theaters. It doesn't go for low-hanging fruit or needless jokes to entertain the audience. The Invite is the best type of comedy, one that remains smart for its entire duration. The entire cast of the film is just the four actors and the different dynamics they have with each other. The different interactions from the different combinations always leave the movie and its jokes feeling fresh. On any other day or rewatch, I would likely come away from the film with a different actor or actress being my favorite, or having my favorite line. It's not even a movie I could pull a favorite joke from. There's so many good ones, and they are so constant that you sort of get lost in that humor. Olivia Wilde plays this over-eager and stressed-out party host named Angela, who is happy to please at a moment's notice. Her husband Joe, played by Seth Rogen, is the pessimistic straight man who is constantly wisecracking and pointing out the tics of their bizarre neighbors. They bounce off each other so naturally, it feels incredibly organic. Then the neighbors as well are just as great. Hawk, played by Edward Norton, plays this well-meaning gentleman with a lot of affection and heart, and sometimes maybe too much affection. Then Penelope Cruz plays this somewhat serious, somewhat aloof wife, with a certain edge and flirtation as well. Those brief descriptions don't do the characters justice. They all feel nuanced and realistic. Each of the four actors is giving one of, if not their best performance that I've seen from them. Talking about the comedy, it's very constant and hilarious, while also feeling very natural. It never feels like they are telling jokes or trying to be funny. It's just the scenarios and small facial expressions that sell everything. Even when some of the absurdity of the scenarios begins, it still remains grounded in realism. I would love to be a fly on the wall watching them film this movie because I have no idea how some of the actors could keep a straight face while filming. I also thought the film escalated very nicely. Without spoiling anything, there is more under the surface than just the neighbors coming over for dinner. Going in, I was worried the movie would jump to this plot point unnaturally. The steady build-up and reveals made the whole scenario seem very believable to me. The film also has a really strong emotional center as well. You can really see the way some relationships struggle and others succeed. You like both Joe and Angela, and while seeing them fight leads to a lot of fun, it also leaves you a little sad when they have scenes of really great chemistry. I really liked how the film left the characters, and left me with a desire to know them a lot better. Joe and Angela are exactly like a long married couple, and it's easy to see the relationships of those you know in a little bit of all of the characters. Olivia Wilde is also an insanely talented filmmaker. The direction of this movie, from the framing to the blocking, is just top notch. It's basically a one-location film, and she gets so much out of the space. The camera often lingers on one shot for a long time, and conversations are really snappy, which again leads to the film's great physical comedy from facial expressions. The editing and score also lead to a lot of the tension and discomfort the film is aiming for. The score specifically can start to drown out the arguing, building nicely to that stress. I think that The Invite is undoubtedly something special. It takes the simplest of premises, and the script, cast, and filmmaking elevate it to something that truly feels hilarious and honest. The Invite is a must-see film.